Good morning from India. We are live from the Buddh circuit, where a thrilling day of motorcycle racing awaits us. In a few moments, we'll move to the main straight to watch the start of the Motogp race. We're on the starting grid, where the lights will soon go out to start the race. The weather is magnificent, a perfect end to this weekend. A medium rear tyre is enough to get you through the race in these temperatures, while a harder front tyre is needed.
Stability on the factory at Aprilia, and then he seems to be able to get it turned better as well in the first couple of corners. But clearly it looks like he does have the upper hand, and then Aleix Espargaro really fights back, particularly in the third sector. That's where Aleix seems to be marginally quicker than his teammate. The gap's still sort of stable around that half a second as Miller's KTM slips right, it slips left, and then he manages to drag the apex somehow through turns 10 and 11. Clinging on here for a top 10 is the Aussie.
While the gap is around half a second or more, Maverick Vinales will feel relatively happy with that until Aleix Espargaro starts to close it even further. Whether Aleix Espargaro is just keeping something up his sleeve, just making sure he's got something to attack with on the final 2 or 3 laps, or whether he's just basically going for all he's worth, and this is the pace of the 2 Aprilias. This is Miguel Oliveira, who's going to be fighting in rearguard action for 4th place. Oliveira now firmly buried in the 142. He's lost another 2 tenths last time round to Zarco.
Aleix Espargaro then, the gap under half a second. That's the smallest gap we've seen for quite some time in this Catalan Grand Prix, and here he is just closing in. D just running into some of the inevitable grip problems which you always have to face and contend with here in Barcelona. They come through the high-speed turn 3. That's where you really are abusing and stressing the right-hand side of your rear tyre. And Aleix Espargaro, hand over fist, is just eating up the meters, isn't he, behind Vinales? He might be close to here to attack down the hill into turn number 5. Don't think he's going to risk it. No, he's got time here. He can be patient. He will feel at this stage of the Grand Prix he's got the better pace, the better grip than Maverick Vinales. He's just got to make sure that he picks the perfect moment to make the pass clean, and then he'll feel that he can break Vinales late on.
Well, the brilliant call, Aleix Espargaro, the captain. He's been so central to the development and the improvement of this team. He will recognise how important a result this is, so he will make sure that this is clean. He won't send a daring move at the inside of Vinales. He won't come from an awful long way back. He'll make sure that it's clean and make sure that it's comfortable, because Aleix Espargaro will be well aware.
Offensive rear guard yesterday, could he, from Pecco Bagnaia? Well, he needs to take some lessons from Bagnaia in that sprint yesterday at the inside line, but as Lewis said, Maverick Vinales was just like, well, if you want it, you're going to have to really properly fight it and slug it out, just as Aleix Espargaro did. Through sector 3 now, already in the blink of an eye. Aleix Espargaro nearly 9/10 of a second clear of Vinales. Looking at the state of Vinales' front tyre there, you just wonder whether he's going to think, you know what, it's not worth the risk here. This will make great headlines for Aprilia. It will still be an historic Aprilia 1-2, but surely now, with the state of that front tyre, it was mangled, wasn't it? He's not going to be able to have anything in response for Aleix Espargaro.
Yeah, it's over 1 second immediately, so I think we can forget any thoughts of Vinales getting into trouble for that shortcut, not losing enough time. He's 1.1 seconds behind his teammate, who looked a little bit deep himself there, didn't he, into turn 1. We've got 3 laps to go, and for now, Aleix Espargaro, it's about making sure he makes no mistakes. It's making sure that he's got some grip left in his tyres, because we've already seen the state that his teammates are in, and Aleix Espargaro is 3 laps away, and we remind Aleix, it's 3 laps, not 2, away from a momentous victory and finally banishing the ghost of 1 year ago.
You can just imagine now talking to himself inside his helmet, and he certainly isn't going to have to worry about his teammate Johan Zarco, who's almost, 3 seconds further back up the road. 2 laps to go then here in Barcelona, less than 10 kilometres away from a fairy tale double win Revenge will be sweet. Redemption is coming for Aleix Espargaro after what happened to him last year when he celebrated too early. He goes in hot mode, doesn't he? He's going to be giving those Aprilia crew some nervy moments. But his family and friends, they can't watch the screens.
The right-handers, he's having a little bit of a difficulty turning that Aprilia in. As mentioned though, further back, Luca Marini has now got the better of his teammate Marco Bezzecchi. They're still running around in 11th and 12th, but it is now Marini ahead of Bezzecchi, who's just probably desperate to restart of this race. But what you cannot deny is that the factory Aprilia has worked beautifully around this circuit to Barcelona, Catalunya this weekend. Aleix Espargaro had too much pace for anyone else in the sprint yesterday. Had that sprint gone on a lot longer, Maverick Vinales might have secured a 1-2 for them yesterday, but that motorcycle that Aleix Espargaro has had such a key role in developing and bringing towards the front of Motogp, it's about to take a 1-2 finish in the Catalan Grand Prix, and this will be a very popular victory for all of the Catalans who've come into the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya this afternoon.
2 or 3 years ago, he thought about quitting. He thought he'd run into a brick wall, Aprilia not making any significant strides towards where he wanted to be, fighting for the World Championship, fighting for race wins week in, week out in Motogp, but he stuck with it. Aprilia backed him, he backed Aprilia, and with just 2 corners remaining, it is going to be sweet, sweet revenge. Home sweet.
They've been teammates at Suzuki, and they are now part of an historic afternoon for Aprilia.
Well, it wasn't a flag-to-flag bike swap, it was a race-winning bike swap, wasn't it? Marc Marquez then, he takes the adulation, and Alex Marquez of the Marquez family fan club.
Cameras taking us to Parc Fermé and to the runner-up, who's getting a well-deserved round of applause from his team members. This is a really good result that will give him some optimism for the upcoming races. Here are the top 3 riders on the podium. All 3 were top-notch, but it was Bagnaya's day to put his stamp on the Grand Prix. A fantastic race. Pecco overjoyed because he knows he's pulled off something special.